Hey class, welcome back. Welcome to week 2 of Introductory Psychology. I trust that we all survived the first week back to school. I know for many people, myself included, that transition from summer to fall can be kind of rough, and getting back into the swing of things isn't something that happens overnight. It can take some time. I'm taking 4 classes this semester myself and teaching 3 more, 2 right now, 1 more that starts later in the semester, but I can already tell you I'm still transitioning. I'm still kind of getting it figured out. So I'm right there with you if you're struggling a little there. So, but anyways, welcome back. Welcome to week 2. I wanted to start off by saying that I really enjoyed our first week of discussion posts. For one, it was really cool to get to know everyone and get to hear about your majors and your experiences this summer and kind of where we're all coming from. We have a nice blend of students who are coming from current enrollment. We have students who are returning to the classroom after a period of delay. So I think we have a really cool, well-rounded bunch, a good group this semester. So I'm really excited to see how our discussions progress throughout the course. And I know this first week there were some people that were kind of joining the class sort of late. You may not have been enrolled in the class on day 1, so that's okay. So this week I really didn't focus too much on the timeliness of your posts, but be aware in the future that that's something that I will be monitoring and keeping track of in terms of scoring your discussion posts. I didn't think it was much of a problem just from looking at things. You guys seem to post in a timely manner, but just be aware of that portion of your discussion grade is timeliness, making sure that you're involved in the conversation. You're not just waiting till the last night and posting and then responding. You're kind of actively involved in this ongoing dialogue from the get-go. So please see the handout I posted in week 1 if you have any questions about that or expectations. But great start for the first discussion post. So anyways, this week we are going to move on to chapter 2, which is biology and psychology. It's some chapters title it as biopsychology, the intersection of where biology and psychology mix. Just heads up, if you have taken anatomy before, or maybe you've taken a zoology course before, then a lot of this is going to be review, which is great. If you haven't taken it though, that's great too, because you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about your nervous system and your makeup. So we have a number of goals for this chapter, outcomes. Once this chapter is concluded, you should be able to describe the nervous system, including neural impulses, neurons, the basic parts of the neuron, the dendrites, the axons. A cool way of remembering the difference between the two is that axons speak and dendrites listen. You'll also learn about neurotransmitters, oxytocin, acetylcholine, all that good stuff, dopamine, norepinephrine, all that good stuff, the stuff that makes us feel good and bad too as well if we have too much or too little. You're going to be looking at the difference between the peripheral and the central nervous system. Also the different structures of the brain and their function. We're going to really be doing some deep diving into the brain and looking at the different sections and different parts and their functions, including the hindbrain, the midbrain, and the forebrain. Again, getting in some anatomy. We'll also be looking at the different parts and functions of the cerebral cortex. This is the part of the brain that really separates human beings from other species. A lot of the parts of the brain that we talked about before the cortex you can find in all kinds of species, but it's the development of our cortex, that outer layer of the brain, that really is what makes humans so unique. We'll also be looking at the endocrine system and the endocrine glands. The body has 2 ways of communicating within itself. There's the nervous system, which is really fast, and then there's the endocrine system, which is much more slow. It's hormones, and it's much more slower, more deliberate and slow. So then afterwards, we're going to be taking a look, finally, at a branch of psychology known as evolutionary psychology, a fairly new branch in psychology that looks to sort of connect the dots between Darwin's some Darwinian theory of natural selection and psychology. How do we look at human behavior, mental processes as a way of explaining how we've survived and thrived as a species? So those are some of the goals, the things that you'll be looking at from this chapter, from chapter 2. We do have a discussion post that I've already posted for you guys to take a look at. It's about the brain, sort of some of the misconceptions that exist about the human brain. There's a short video that I'd like for you to watch and comment on and answer some of the questions I posted. So pretty straightforward this week. Easy video. I think it's an ASAP Science video series, which I love. They're entertaining and informative, so hopefully you like them as much as I do. But anyways, that post, of course, is due by Friday. Make sure that you respond to at least 2 of your peers as well. Make sure it's in a timely manner. You're not just waiting to the last minute and posting and responding. You're doing it, again, in a scholarly and a timely manner. So make sure you read Chapter 2 and complete the discussion post. If you have any questions, any concerns, any gripes or hassles about content, about the course itself, about discussions, anything at all, feel free to either email me or feel free to jump on the discussion post and ask a question. I check the discussion post daily, so if you post there, I'll see it. If you email me, I check my email daily as well, so I'll see that as well. If not, I'm really looking forward to this week's discussion post. I hope you guys have a great week, a great second week back, and I'll see you guys again next week. All right, take care. Bye.